live in front of Joe Bruno Stadium, and it's an exciting time because the Tri-City Valley Cats begin their home games against the Connecticut Tigers, and we get to meet the new manager of the Tri-City Valley Cats, Lamarr Rogers. Thank you for making some time for us, first of all. I know you're busy today. You got the whole family here.
Oh, I got the gang here.
Yeah, the pressure's on, man. It's one thing for me to sit here and cheer for you, but you got to win in front of the kids.
Oh, well, they're used to it. You know, you're 24. I think they've all been raised around it, so I think they're pretty familiar with the scene.
Now, this scene in particular, this is your first year here, but you've been managing always in the Astros organization, or?
No, this is my second year with the Astros, 24th overall. As a player with Colorado, Detroit, Chicago, and Arizona, but I spent quite a few years in the independent circuit up in St. Paul, Minnesota, where I was a hitting coach for many years. But last year was my first year as a manager in the Greenville, the other short season affiliate of the Astros.
Now, this Astros affiliate, the Tri-State Valley Cats, I'm a Yankees fan, so of course I say terrible things. I loved when they were the Lastros. Because we get great players here. Yep. Is that one of the things that made you want to be the Astros coaches, knowing how much young talent is coming in? Because up until the last few years, the Astros, the big club, was struggling, which meant you got high-round draft picks. Yeah. So is that one of the things that made you want to be here?
Well, the opportunity presented itself, just like in life and out there in the real world, just being in the right spot at the right time, the opportunity presented itself to come and join the Astros family. But definitely we're not operating under the radar anymore. So we're on the scene, and other organizations and teams obviously are aware of what we're doing and what we're about. So now it's a game plan of continuing to develop the talent that we have, draft smart, and continue to develop Major League ball players.
Manager of the Tri-City Valley Cats, Lamarr Rogers, joining us out here back in 104.5 The Team. So let's talk about these players. How good is this Valley Cats team? How excited can the Capital Region be for Valley Cats baseball?
Well, I do have a little bit of a comfort zone. It's a good number of the ball players were with me last year in Greenville, and the Greenville team was fortunate enough to go on and win a championship. But at the same time, we do have a new group of players coming in from the draft, some high caliber ball players, along with some of the high caliber ball players that we already had within the organization. So it should be a fun time. Looking forward to trying to work with the kids and gel and create a positive environment for them to develop and hopefully one day fulfill their dreams of playing in the major leagues.
Who's closest? You can tell us. No, they're not. They're busy. You got them in there stretching and stuff, right?
Well, when you look at it on the screen, you say we're in Tri-City, and Houston's 5 more steps above. So I think we're all a long ways away.
Yeah. Well, that you bring that up. That is one of the harder parts of your job, though, because you've got players shuffling in and shuffling out throughout the season. How difficult is that to go in there and how? Actually, I guess a better question would be, what's the latest you'll find out you don't have a guy that day because he goes up a step or maybe 2?
Oh, well, yeah, it's kind of it can be a little scary sometimes. Sometimes there's been times where I've made the line up and sent it up to the front office, and then I get the phone call, hey, this one's going out on a plane tonight. Let them know post game.
Yeah.
And, that's the life in the minor leagues. Yep. That's what we live, and you just go with the flow. So I've enjoyed it. I know the kids are excited. Tri-City here, Troy community has been great. It's going to be a big crowd tonight, and you got the fireworks, so hopefully we can deliver a positive game tonight.
Yeah, you always are going to have a packed house on fireworks night. I'll teach. That's the number one thing. The fireworks is always an amazing show, and it's amazing. You'll get a bunch of baseball junkies like myself, and then just randoms who are like, "Ooh, fireworks!" They just come wandering in. So it's a great night to showcase your talent. And again, beautiful family. So
thank you.
Lamarr Jr., he could come in here and play right now. So if somebody does get called up, you guys are ready to go, right?
He's like your PR guy.
Yeah, that's Lamarr the second, and then we have Anya, who's my oldest, 16, and then my youngest, Ava Joy, and then my middle man in the middle. I call him Bear. That's Cole. And so definitely the boys, they play baseball. This one also plays football. My father-in-law used to play in the NFL, so we've kind of got the baseball football connection working.
Right. Now, who's your father-in-law?
Father-in-law Winland Hall. I played back in Super Bowl 11 with the Minnesota Vikings. Purple People Eater.
Yeah.
But he played I believe he played 7-8 years with the Redskins, Rams, Niners, and he finished with the Vikings.
That's so an athletic family all the way around. Manager of the Tri-City Valley Cats, Lamarr Rogers, with us, and his beautiful family with us as well. How is the Capital Region treating you so far? How long have you been here?
We've been here since Saturday. We found a great breakfast spot. We found a great lunch spot. Dinner's been catered in, so I haven't had the chance to really venture out for dinner. But it's been great. It's been great. Back in the day, I did have the opportunity when I was in AA as a player, playing in the Eastern League, so I was familiar with the Albany area because of the Albany Colony Yankees. But once again, it's been great. Looking forward to the opportunity, and I've heard nothing but positives about the New York Penn League.
Dinosaur Barbecue.
That's the spot.
First place you got to try in Troy, not far.
All right.
Amazing barbecue.
All right.
Yeah, he's my tour guide over here. Wolf. Levack and Wolf, 104.5 The Team, live out in front of Joe Bruno Stadium. Lamarr Rogers with us. So, all right, so the fans are getting ready. We're getting excited. You're going to see a good crowd here tonight. It's a fireworks night. The magnet schedule is given out. Like all the things that the fans go crazy for are happening this evening. How much pressure are you putting on yourself to go out there and get a win in Game 1?
No.
None?
No, you can't. There's at some point you have to realize you can only do what you can do day in and day out. My job is to help present a positive environment, create a positive environment for the players to develop. And as long as we go about things in a proper manner, it's my belief that once we cross the lines, good things will happen evenally.
I don't know. I can't decide if it's a coach cliche or if he means it.
I mean it. I think he means it. Trust me, I mean it.
Well, I love it. I mean, it's right. Especially, you want to see one of the brightest moments as being a fan is, like Hunter Pence and some of the guys who played here. You brought up Albany Colony. My favorite Yankee teams. I got to see them way back when. Yeah. So you developing these guys, of course, that's giant for us. But man, we want a championship. Come on, coach. Come on, let's do it, Skip. Let's go.
We'll go one day at a time.
There we go. Lamarr Rogers, manager of the Tri-City Valley Cats. It's fantastic to meet you. It's fantastic that you can take some time. I know that you are extremely busy today. That it's not going to be all fun and games. But what is the schedule like for day one? What is it? I mean, like right now, the family's here and everything. At what point do you sit there and go, okay, guys, the box is that way. I got to go and crack some helmets and make sure everything works out.
Well, the best part about my job is once 7:05 rolls around, as much as I'm the manager, I'm also a fan. And, the kids get to play. And to a certain extent, I become a watch. I become a fan. And but, a big part of my game plan and my daily schedule is making sure the kids are in the right spots, knowing where they're supposed to be, who they're supposed to be with at any given point, getting obviously the lineups done. With the analytics and everything involved, we do have a lot of spray charts and information that we like to present to the ball players and getting them that information, and with the new players, getting them to understand that information. So, there's a lot of behind the scenes. You got kids going into the cages, or should I say players going into the cages to get their work in. We've got players with our roving outfield coordinator and base running person in town, Leon Roberts, going out on the field to work on some base running techniques. And so just a lot of folks don't realize it, but for a 7:05 game, I'm usually here at about 11:30, and it becomes a long day, but it's a part of the process, and I thoroughly enjoy it.
Man, I got to tell you, I'm very excited to meet you. Very excited for the season. Lamarr Rogers, the new manager of the Tri-City Valley Cats. Now, my cousin has seats right behind your dugout, so if you hear my big voice yelling, like, let's go, it's all in love. Welcome, and we're excited for you guys, and it's a pleasure to meet your beautiful family, and one game at a time. I hope there's a lot more W's than L's for those.
I'm with you.
Thanks so much, Coach. Coach, we appreciate it. We got
the world according